McCarthy, the head coach, said we're going to stay pretty close to the line of scrimmage, keep it simple early, then stretch the field late. There's a big addition. Stuart Bradley back in middle linebacker for Philly. We welcome in a new one last year. Big piece of the puzzle is back for Philadelphia. 2nd and 6. Back in trouble, and down goes Aaron Rodgers. Wrapped up by Jaquay Parker. It's kind of how the season ended last year for Green Bay with a face mask penalty that was missed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Out in the desert against the Arizona Cardinals. Officiating crew missed that. On the rebound, pass is intercepted by number 21, Joselio Hansen on the deflection. Quentin Michael knocked it into the air, and Hansen has his first. And X-ray. 3rd possession for Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, and they hand it off. Ryan Grant goes backward. Wrapped up by Trent Cole. Thanks for all you do. We hope you're enjoying today's telecast, and it gives you a little slice of home. First down. Another throw from Rodgers, maybe. Nope. Down he goes, and it's Parker's 2nd of the day. After a career-high 8 last season. 3 and out. The second one in an interception. This one 7 plays, 45 yards. 4.5 minutes off the clock. Rodgers, Cole. And a loss of 7.
Let alone an offense as explosive as what this one can be on the 40-yard line.
Now 6.
Look at the 8. Look at the Jackson goes sideways and now backward. Lost 2. Brandon Graham, the rookie, was the first one in there. Blitz. Packers pick it up. Over the middle. Pass intercepted. That's the rookie Nate Allen. And he takes it to midfield as Aaron Rodgers throws his 2nd pick of the game. That wet football took off out of the hand of Aaron Rodgers. Into the belly of
the right position. You have 4 interceptions, you're going to be a little shaken. And the Jacksonville Jaguars trying to take some of the heat off David Garrard early by pounding Maurice Jones-Drew. It's exactly what they told us they would do. Philly, on the other hand, was expecting it, and Andy Reid said,
San Diego, 7th play of the drive on this 2nd and 8. Pressure outside, sack. Darryl Tapp, brought in a trade with the Seattle Seahawks, came around the corner along with Jaquay Parker.
See him because the Rams have been struggling, but one heck of a football player in St. Louis.
This is a 3rd down and 6. Garrard tried to do it by himself. Nothing doing. Pressure by the Eagles defense led by Stuart Bradley.
Recognizing that, getting your hands up. If you don't get to the quarterback, get your hands up. Makes a big difference in this league.
3rd and 17. Man-to-man coverage. No place to go. Marker down. And Garrard is down as well. Trevor Laws again. We've called his name quite a bit today. Hobbs on the coverage. Quentin Michael coming by to apply the wax. Another play action. Pressure. Sack. Right off the corner. That's Jaquay Parker, and Parker has played well. His 4 sacks now lead the team.
You know, and I bet if you did a stat, Rushman too.
Yeah, maybe they need to change the sign outside of their meeting room. 1st and 10. Jones-Drew going sideways. That is never a good sign. It is if you're an Eagles fan. They block it. Picked off. Guess who? Asante Samuel. He almost got the last one to that side on the last series. And he gets this one. Intended for Mike Sims-Walker. That's his first interception of the season.
By this Philadelphia Eagles defense thus far.
Best field position of the day for Jacksonville. 4th and 6. That one nearly intercepted, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Intended for Wilford. Brandon Graham almost had the pick.
Run you over.
5'7", he's got a blink, and he's at 5'4". Rashad Jennings checks in. First down pressure. Another sack. 4th sack today on David Garrard.
But I think that maturity off the field's translating to on the field. He's playing keep away. He's taking what the defense gives him.
5 sacks on the day by the Eagles. That's Trent Cole.
Garrard sacked by number 58, Trent Cole.
And he wants to make good on that commitment. And I got to tell you, I got chills when I sat there with him, because I saw a man who has been rehabilitated, who really wants to change and has matured a great deal. And I was very impressed with the team.
Read, and it's clear it's all about winning games. And they didn't just talk about it. As you see the sack there, and talk about exclamation point, that's Nate Allen, the rookie out of South Florida.
With Donovan McNabb, although they missed the throw there to Davis.
Here's Portis. This time Philly plays it well, and it's Trent Cole who makes the play. Prior to that, carry by Portis. Completions, 5 NFC Championship games, Super Bowl appearance, terrain, nowhere to go. And swarm tackling by this Eagles defense, a loss of 4.
Impressive.
Portis at the top of the screen. That was the first Redskin penalty of the day. Here's Banks again. And a penalty flag again is thrown. First guy there was Joselio Hansen.
Troy is at McDermott, the defensive coordinator. You're talking about 9 yards. You get a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And so a fresh set of downs for McNabb down the middle. This one has no chance, and it's intercepted. Poor throw by McNabb, and back the other way for Philadelphia is Nate Allen, the rookie. That's his 3rd interception, and Nate Allen is the young player that the Eagles got in the draft with a pick they got from the Redskins when they traded McNabb and McNabb. He hands to Ryan Terrain. Shakes one tackle, can't shake another, and loses 3. Stuart Bradley is there to make the play. McNabb rolls. They keep him to the middle of the field. Now tries the near side and cannot outrun Ernie Sims. A loss of 1. It'll go down as a sack, and the first as an Eagle.
Anyway, because of his bigger body.
And now maybe a lot more. Gore again. 4 plays, 4 Gore carries, but nothing happening this time. Nate Allen, great-looking rookie, comes up to make the stop.
That ball just sticks to his hands. Maybe some of the best hands I've seen.
Gore back in, and look out in the backfield. That is Trent Cole. Made his 2nd Pro Bowl last year with 12.5 sacks, and also knock you down on the run behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is leave Trent Cole unblocked. Game, and they barely lost to the Saints in that one here.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line. And Gore loses the ball. It is loose. And Stuart Bradley is the guy who creates the fumble, and Philadelphia with a big turnover in the waning seconds of the first quarter.
Well, we talked about the change, and Moses Foku, what a shot he laid on Frank Gore here.
And he's going to launch it deep, and then it's going to be picked off at the 3-yard line. Demetri Patterson picking it off. Ted Ginn Jr. had to do a spin around to try to find the ball, and Patterson is there, and Philadelphia has his 2nd turnover.
Lions have that rule memorized now.
There's Graham out of Michigan, 13th overall pick. 2nd and 10. Gore, and he's going to fall down in the backfield. Gore ran right up the legs of the center, David Boss. And that tripped him up, and down he goes, and that'll be a loss of 5. It'll be 3rd and 15.
Where they want Alex Smith to be.
He has Westbrook alongside him in the backfield. And down he will go. So with all of the injuries up front, with Cole out and Bunkley out, still no problem. Antonio Dixon, the second-year man from Miami, turned 21 at midnight. A couple of yards to Gore, and was the play whistle dead? Every Eagle thinks they have it. But was the play whistle dead? Quentin Michael comes up with the football. Gore has already fumbled once tonight.
That ball was out.
The ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by the defense. First down.
Whoa, boy.
Yeah, I think Ernie Sims knocked it out, and because it happened in such a strange way and you almost didn't see it, the officials almost missed it. It's out.
Another big 49er giveaway. 2nd down and 5. Smith, flushed, chased, loses the football, and it's picked up, and it's another turnover, and Quentin Michael is going to run all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. The rookie Brandon Graham flushed him, got him to lose the football, and the Eagles with a gigantic play in the stadium. 53. 3rd and 10. They pick up the rush. It's a wobbly pass, and it's intercepted at the 25-yard line, but there's a penalty marker at the Philadelphia 47-yard line. And this might be a hold on Trevard Lindley. Walt Anderson huddling with just about everybody on the crew right now.
Joe Staley, if I'm not mistaken, got beat on an inside move, grabbed his man. I think that's going to be the call. I'm just not sure.
Well, the Eagles are exultant right now, so the call, as they understand it, and there are 2 flags actually. There's one at the 50-yard line, and now there's one at the 47-yard line.
There are 2 fouls. Holding number 74 of the offense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play was an interception, and after the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 15 of the offense. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced. First down.
All split out to the right. And down. 15-yard line. The man you just mentioned, Darryl, Stewart.
Yeah, you had Stewart split
of the day after a game, I'll tell you. Look at you, you're smiling, hanging out. These guys tomorrow will be in ice tubs.
Turner stopped on 3rd and 1. Great penetration by Trent Cole.
Tony, I think you're exactly right.
Welcome to McCarver. Phillies and Giants. Eagles leading this game 14-0. Ryan on 3rd down. And again, it is Trent Cole. Ryan down back at the 30.
Once again, Dow, there's Trent Cole, so you'll be home a lot.
Ryan on 3rd and 7, off the fingertips of Gonzalez and then picked off. Asante Samuel with his 2nd interception of the season, the 37th of his career.
They have really committed to take Tony Gonzalez away. You frustrate somebody, you get your opportunity, and then you deflect it. And a great job by Asante Samuel, who's actually covering the...
First and goal from the 9-yard line. Turner, nothing.
That was ugly.
Loss of 3. Again, Trent Cole along with Antonio Dixon.
Something didn't look right there.
Last year, the Eagles played in Atlanta. Ryan missed the game due to injury. Chris Redmond started for the Falcons. Ryan from behind. Trent Cole has been applying tremendous pressure all game long. And this is the second Falcons turnover today.
Well, and this is one of those plays where you didn't hear a whistle, so the ball's on the ground. Go offensive coordinator, not afraid to call Vince's number a number of times during the game. Philadelphia does not have to worry about that with Terry at quarterback.
Collins on 2nd and 10. Pump fake. Now he throws, and it is Quentin Michael who comes down with the interception. His first of the season, but there is a flag. Ed Hockley, our referee.
Well, this is one of those situations. Kerry Collins has been in the league for 16 years. He has to know not to throw this ball up for grabs in that situation. It's a jump ball scenario. Quentin Michael is underneath. There's help over the top. It's a bad play to begin with. Just throw it away and don't force the turnover.
There was sideline interference by the Philadelphia bench. That 15-yard penalty was enforced after the interception. It's Philadelphia's ball, first down.
Replaced by Joselio Hansen, 2nd down and 17. Collins in trouble, down he goes. Back at the 11-yard line, wrapped up initially by Antonio Dixon, starting once again today for the injured Broderick Buckley.
But I still say it's important to be out there working with your team during the course of the work week.
Collins on 3rd and 6, loses the football as he was hit. And the Eagles have recovered. The second Tennessee Titans turnover on the hit by Quentin Michael. Collins on 2nd down and 15. Pump fake. Down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line, Trent Cole.
I think one of the things you make one mistake and he'll have a huge run on you.
3rd down and 7. 3 wide receivers set. Collins fires right into the hands of Asante Samuel. Second interception thrown by Collins. Today, 3rd of the season for the 3-time Pro Bowler. Eagles will take over, already leading by 9. Philadelphia leading 16-7 on 1st down. Collins handing it off to Johnson. Tries to get out of the end zone. And he did.
Barely.
From the 23 on 1st down, Johnson hit for a loss by the combination of Antonio Dixon and Ernie Sims. Britt is split to the left. Ellis Hobbs matched up with Kenny Britt. And the Titans elect to keep it on the ground with Johnson. And it did not fool Nate Allen, who makes the tackle, so the Titans go the... On the 22, it's Johnson. And the clock stops as a penalty marker was thrown.
Javaris James, who fell on the misjudged kick return, and Andre Brown up today. 2nd down, and Manning across the middle. He's picked off. Samuel's got him. It's not the first time he's picked Peyton. Samuel inside the 20, and he's down to the 10. Asante Samuel.
Well, the first play, the long pass, was against Asante Samuel to let him know that don't be looking in the backfield. But it's the pressure on Peyton Manning. They do it up front. That's what, look at the crowd around him. That makes him sail the football over the intended receiver, who was Reggie Wayne. Had to double clutch it. And the big key always when you play the Indianapolis Colts, don't blitz Peyton Manning, but can you pressure him with the 4-down lineman?
A 2nd and 10. Donald Brown unable to spin away from all that action as James is in there. Need to pick up a blitz perhaps. No, they quickly get it over to Colley. And Austin Colley has his first grab after missing some action. It's the third first down by penalty for Indianapolis. Fake to Brown. And Manning is sacked for only the 8th time this year. That gives Philadelphia a sack in 27 consecutive games. Darryl Tapp on the sack.
On the quarterback, well designed, gets things rolling.
Blair White, he was shaken up earlier, is back in there. Nowhere for Donald Brown to run, though. Eagles run right down the line with him, and that's Parker who falls on him.
But Jacob Tamme, how about that? They're throwing to him just like he is Dallas Clark out there.
That's Brown taken down by Ernie Sims for a loss of a yard.
Ernie Sims, first-round draft pick, doesn't get the credit, never has, for all the different offenses he's run and had success.
Never wanted it. Manning is back at the 42. That is Ernie Sims, and a loss of 8.
It's just perfect timing by the Eagles defense. Ernie Sims, they haven't really blitzed in this drive, and look at number 50. He just gets a running start. He's going full speed when the football is snapped. It'll be tough unless it's way down the field to get in position.
They go down the middle, and that's Samuel with a second pick of the day, and that'll do it. He's going to run right out of bounds. He's going to stay in, just run out the clock. 2 picks on the game by Asante Samuel.
38-year-old Joey Galloway is the third receiver for Washington. Pressure Ernie Sims. McNabb gets away. Off the hands of Moss. Intercepted. Kurt Coleman's got it. It is first start at the 37 of Washington. Awful start for the Redskins. I don't think you're alone. 3rd and 12. McNabb throwing. Intercepted. Cutting under the route was Dimitri Patterson. Redskins side wanted a flag, but Patterson got right under Joey Galloway to come up with the turnover. Got it again. And he's got Stuart Bradley, the middle linebacker.
You know, there's 2 areas with this Washington Redskin offense. That is just ridiculous. Offensive line. Hey, great job, guys. Juan Castillo's happy with that one.
0 for 7 on 3rd down. 0 for 8. Interception. Dimitri Patterson all the way home.
That is stealing. This is what the Eagles do. This is what their corners do. They know when the pressure's coming. The ball has to come out quickly.
Ron, this is 60 points. It's a double A gap blitz, and they don't come to take off here.
Penalty made it 3rd and 10. McNabb is thrown to the ground by Jaquay Parker. His 5th sack. Talked about very often the career of McNabb in Philly. The 5 championship games, the 1 Super Bowl. Williams going to lose yardage here. You think about
inactive tonight. Ahmad Bradshaw starts as the running back, and they give it to him. And the Eagles are right there. That is Antonio Dixon. Second-year man out of Miami in 7 minutes. This drive began at their 20-yard line. Jacobs in the backfield. Jacobs again. They work the right side, but this time Philadelphia is right there. A bunch of green shirts all there to meet him. 3rd down.
They are trying whatever they can to find an answer in there.
3 years in Miami for Hagan, and here goes Ahmad Bradshaw, and Bradshaw loses the ball. And recovered by Philadelphia at the 23-yard line. Asante Samuel. 6 fumbles. Their leading tackler on that unit. 2nd down and 12. The ball is at the 15. And that is picked off at the 23-yard line. Asante Samuel. And nobody likes to gamble as much as that guy. He's been doing it for years. Picked his spot. Came up on the pass slot on the right. And then throws downfield for Hagan, and it's intercepted by Asante Samuel off the deflection. and back to the Giant 42, and then the ball is down again at the 42-yard line.
3 timeouts. They could easily punt this football and play defense.
They're afraid to. Manning's going to run for it. He's going to get the first down. He gets to the 40-yard line, and then as he goes down, the ball comes loose. There was a whistle. You heard the whistle. Then there's a little fight that breaks out. You heard the whistle as Manning went down. If you slide to a stop, that's the end of the play. If you dive, you're still in play until you get touched at the end of the play. So here's Manning. So he has to be touched before the ball comes loose. The ball looks like it's loose before anybody gets there, before he's touched, before he's down. There it is. And then Samuel is there to come up with the ball, and they're going to rule it a fumble. Second and 4. And that's going to be intercepted with 1 second. Stuart Bradley comes away with the pick and the football.
Bears must get to the 44 for a first down as Cutler is taken down back at the 28-yard line by Trent Cole, his 8th sack this season.
I'll tell you what, Trent Cole comes with a great rush. Just clubs to the outside, turns his shoulder. Here he is on the outside on your left hand of your screen. He goes, gets right by, keeps coming, doesn't stop, and takes Cutler down.
That's exactly what happens. You're right, Darryl. Stuart Bradley missed that tackle, and that's exactly what happens.
Now Cutler gives it right back to Forte. And this time he's bottled up by Ernie Sims.
For a loss of winning record at this point, I think it's something else, and we'll get into that after this play.
From the 41-yard line, Justin Taylor loses his footing and loses a yard. Trent Cole with the pressure.
I think special teams puts their offense in favorable field position.
They start from the 47. Bears with touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. Both set up by big plays. Forte had one of them, a 61-yard run, but he's tackled for a loss of 2 by Antonio Dixon. 39-yard pass to Hester, set up the other. Hester in motion on 3rd down and 11. Bears must get to the Eagles 43, and Cutler is sacked back at the 37-yard line by the rookie out of Michigan, Brandon Graham. It's his 3rd of the year. And those plays led to the 2 Bears touchdowns. Now Cutler under pressure, and he is sacked for the 3rd time today. It's the 1st of the season for Mike Patterson.
And again, Tony, it's somebody turned loose right away.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got to be a breakdown on the line of scrimmage. Let's take a look. Yeah, half the line is sliding to the left and half the line is sliding to the right. Looked like they were trying to set up a screen, but you got to get somebody on them big guys up front. You know, you just can't let them run free. Mike Patterson does a great job of just coming right upfield and sacking, you know, Jay Cutler.
They're getting fooled by a pre-snap look, Tony. They're walking the linebackers up into the A gap between the guard and center, and they're making a call for the guard to come down. And when those linebackers pull out, it's too late for them to get back on that defensive tackle.
Now Cutler on 3rd down and 16, in trouble, sacked for the 4th time today. And for the 2nd time, it's Trent Cole. From the 46-yard line on 1st down, Taylor, and he is met in the backfield by Antonio Dixon. Loss of 4. And getting back to those big plays, Giants. From the 31, off the fake to Taylor. Cutler down back at the 34. Quentin Michael quickly into the backfield. There's 4. Taylor in the backfield. And the handoff to Justin Taylor, former Viking and Raven, and he is forced back.
Samuel with the knee injury. Shaws to Foster, cut down by Patterson. Loss of 1.
One of the things.
He's a bad guy, but it's a good call by the official to remind everybody it can't happen.
You're full of baloney.
I'm a quarterback.
Foster, nowhere to go. Dimitri Patterson on the tackle.
Break, but still doing a nice job at the tight end position.
Screen intercepted. Trevor Laws. And then he fumbled it. And the Eagles recovered at the 16.
Matt Schaub is going to be sick with himself when he watches what he did.
61 yards. From the Philadelphia 29. Foster dragged down by Bradley.
Now there's
Loss
a
of
guy.
4.
Yeah, there's a guy who has gotten better and better as the season's gone on.
This drive started at the Houston 14 after the Allen interception. Schaub's going to get sacked. Mike Patterson gets his second of the season. And a loss of 7.
And they took the second back and put him in the slot.
4th and 5. Schaub takes a low snap. Late pressure. Schaub. Walter can't catch it. Incomplete. And Houston turns it over on downs.
Joe, they did exactly what you thought they did.
Schaub in a 1st and 10. Late pressure. Sack. Lost it. And the Eagles have it. Nate Allen brought the pressure and forced the fumble. Darryl Tapp recovered it.
And he came from a long way.
So, you're not talking about playoffs, as Jim Mora might say. Playoffs. Jones taken down. Patterson coming up after Bradley is the first guy there. Under 2 minutes now in the court to make it 5 on the line, and a little blitz from Pittman's right, and tipped in the air and then intercepted at the 23-yard line. Quentin Michael comes up with the interception on the pass intended for Austin and deflected, and Michael takes it away for Philadelphia for the Cowboys. 1:15 and ticking down. Kitten on first down. Look out, avoids the initial thrust. That was Joselio Hansen creating that as he came in untouched, and then he gets finished off to help spring him. From the 2. Nothing doing. Jones through the middle with 8.5 to go in the quarter. 2nd and goal. Miles on the bench, but still a lot of football to be played from the 19-yard line. No gain right there as Jones is taken down.
Things that other players would not be allowed to do on a football team.
Yeah, but it still cost your team 15 yards on the other end of it.
I agree.
From the 23-yard line, here's Kitna throwing, and that is picked off. Dimitri Patterson is able to intercept it and stay in bounds.
A blitz coming from the Eagles. Manning is in trouble and down on midfield at the 50. They're going to wrap him up. It was Moses Foku coming on the blitz, and all of that good field position taken away by a terrific play by the 2nd-year pro out of Maryland. Here's Bradshaw. Swallowed up in the backfield. Down he goes. And Foku, who had that sack the last time the Giants had it, made the plus. The Eagles still able to get pressure on Manning. Here's Bradshaw. Good work upfield by Jaquay Parker. And a loss of 3.
Well, we've seen that just about every first down now. Laid a game plan that can be successful, and he's been able to do that.
Blitz coming from the Eagles. Jacobs can't avoid it. Chaney makes the play and a loss of 3. For 39 rush yards in the first meeting. 61 between Bradshaw and Jacobs today. Here's Bradshaw, and he won't get it. Good play up front by this Eagles defense, and they needed that. A loss of 1 on the play. First down, Giants. What a play by Coleman. 2nd down and 12.
Pretty good stuff. 5 championships in a row, going for 6 straight.
And it's been 5 wins in a row in this rivalry for the Eagles over the Giants. That ball's out. That is a fumble recovered by Philadelphia, and a break they have desperately needed. Manning, 3rd and 10. And now Eli Manning will take a sack. The clock will continue to wind, which is good news for the Giants, because the Eagles are out of time.
And he hands the ball off to Peterson, but the middle is clogged. That's Jamar Chaney, one of those rookies we talked about. Rookie out of Mississippi State, taking the spot of the injured Stuart Bradley a couple of weeks ago. His knee was also an issue as well. Peterson's going to cut it back. And Peterson for a first down into Eagle territory. Samuel then helps to knock him down. The ball comes loose. The Eagles think they have it, and they do. So sure enough, Peterson's saying, no, I was down. I was down. And if nothing else, he wants Frazier to challenge it. Under pressure, and this time Webb goes down. Off the play fake. Cole didn't buy it. He comes knifing through. Last year, his second straight Pro Bowl, and that's an 11-yard sack. First and goal. Here's Adrian Peterson again. And ball comes loose, but after the whistle had sounded. And we're ready for play now on third down and goal from the 2-yard line. Webb off the fake. In trouble. And gets sacked and thrown out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So the challenge.
Sloppy performance by them tonight.
Second and 3. Peterson taken down. Loss of a couple of the 26-yard line by Darrell.
You know a lot about your quarterback, but you need to find out how he responds in certain situations.
The end around did not fool the Eagles. Austin loses 9.
Well, Dimitri Patterson is one of the guys that Sean McDermott will be looking that's going to play Philadelphia next week in that playoff game, is going to watch this film. You don't want your peers to see you on film taking plays off or not playing well. So that was always the thing that motivated me the most.
McGee steps up, wrapped up at the 20-yard line. Roderick Buckley and Dimitri Patterson share the sack. Bringing the heat here down. Field goal, 4th down and 4.
Here comes the pressure.
McGee over the middle, and the pass a bit low, intended for Austin, so the Cowboys turn it over on down. 6-13-7. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in Philadelphia. Stephen McGee and the Cowboys start from their own 32-yard line. McGee wrapped up, taken down. Daniel Nessine, 3rd-round pick out of Washington with his first NFL sack.
It's a new wrinkle they were showing in practice and something they've not shown all season.
Here's an ugly punt from Sam Rocket right into the wind. Takes a couple of bounces, rolls forward, and it will be tapped down just outside the 41. It was touched. And we'll get an official call as the two officials talk it over. It was touched by Underwood, and still no ruling.
I think they're going to rule probably that Underwood got blocked into the ball, if in fact he touched it at all.
It looked like the foot of Underwood got on the football before Philadelphia got on top of it.
Ruling on the field, the ball was touched by a member of the Green Bay team. First down, Philly.
So there you go. Ball rolling around, and it hit the foot of Brandon Underwood. Live ball, Philadelphia on top of it. Third down and 2. 4-man rush. Aaron Rodgers lost the ball. Philadelphia on top of it. Turnover by Green Bay. Jaquay Parker comes away with a football, and he knocked it out. What a play by number 75.
Well, it sure was. Jaquay Parker, he gets the pressure on the outside against the rookie, Brian Bulaga. And you got Darrell Tapp, who was also working in the middle. And just what the Eagles needed. You've got a Green Bay Packer offense that was gaining confidence by the play, and they needed a big stop there on third down. Not only do they get the stop, but they get the football.
Tapp knocked it out. Number 91.
It's not surprising then that he's able to come out here and just play as well as he does.
Here's John Kuhn on 3rd and 1, and a big play is made. Foku came through, made the play, a loss of 3 and a hold on 3rd down for this Eagles defense. The Eagles are out of timeouts. Next stop at the 2-minute warning. Packers will run it with Starks. Nowhere to go this time. And a loss of 1.
Give him a chance to pick up this first down. It looks like he is. They're going in shotgun formation.
Trusting Rodgers to throw it, and he's sacked. Keenan Clayton, a rookie out of Oklahoma. And that will take this game to the 2-minute warning. A loss of 8. Clayton with the sack, the first of his NFL career.